It's time for the Coach's Corner Show with your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and welcome to the Playoff Football Extravaganza edition here on the Coach's Corner Show. We are at the Beggar's Pizza location, 127th and Kedzie in lovely, historic, tree-lined Blue Island. And you know what? Bringing on an expert, fellow expert here, Mike Clark, assistant preps editor of the Chicago Sun-Times, will be our guest, as he's been for the last, I think, 3, 4, 5 years, I'm thinking here. So we're going to dissect classes 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 for you. Maybe come up with a few predictions, have a little fun here. And we're going to be joined by a special guest a little bit later, and I won't divulge that right now. All right, folks, we are going to go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. And hey, holidays are around the corner, folks. You know what? You pick up a nice little stocking stuffer gift card from Beggar's Pizza, $25, they give you a $5 gift certificate for free. Can't beat that. All right, going to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. We come back. Mike Clark, Sun-Times, will be our guest.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a pepperoni sausage, green peppers and onions. Don't forget the extra cheese, large pizza. Oh, by the way, I also make house calls. Beggar's Pizza, we lay it on thick.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals. To learn about products like Check Free, our super secure service that saves you time and money and makes it easy to pay your bills online, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, folks, Playoff Football Extravaganza. We got the expert on from the Sun-Times, Mike Clark. Mike, how's it going, my man?
Good to see you.
Do I have to refer to you as boss here, or can I just call you Mike, Clarky, whatever?
Mike's fine.
Mike's fine? Yeah. All right. Let's dissect it. Let's start off with the 4A situation, Mike. From my perspective, we only have one local team, being Evergreen Park. I think this is their third or fourth straight year in the postseason. So what do you see shaking here in this 4A bracket?
I think the two teams that everybody's been looking for all year, Rochester and Phillips. Evergreen Park knows all about Phillips, obviously, from last year.
Yep.
Including the coaching situation, which
very familiar.
Which transpired fairly interestingly over the offseason. But Phillips has got three big-timers, the quarterback Dwayne Collins, the receiver Quavon Skanes, and the DB Jamal Brown. All of them are back from last year. The team that was the only team to beat Evergreen Park last year went on to the quarters. Rochester's the team from downstate. They've been there quite a few times before. I think that's probably the final pairing that a lot of people are looking for. And a lot of people think Phillips could be the first public league team to win state. We'll see.
Yeah. I think Evergreen Park's got a tough first-round opponent with Manteno right off the bat, but I think based on the fact that Evergreen Park primarily competes against 6A, 7A competition, this is when they're allowed to really take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, Manteno is my alma mater, among other things.
Hey.
But they've had a great season. Started out with 8 straight wins. They lost last week, kind of the unofficial I-8 championship to Wilmington, which is also undefeated. But they're having a great season, too. Evergreen probably is the underdog in that game.
Okay. All right, let's shift to 5A, and as usual, very competitive bracket, and a lot of familiar names here from a local standpoint. Got Rich East open up against North Lawndale, a 6-3 Rich East team getting a home game. So that's pretty nice. And how do you see this thing shaking out?
Well, first of all, Rich East coming off a huge win last
Big
week. Bloom came in pretty much with everything going its way, an 8A school basically playing a 5A school. Rich East shut them out.
Shut them out. 28-0, folks.
Yeah. Barry Reed's done a great job over there over the years. Don't always think he's had an awful lot of talent, but their kids pretty much overachieve every year. It's going to be tough for them to go too far, I think. But just getting in here with a home game, it's a great achievement for them. Elsewhere in 5A, Joliet Catholic, 13 state titles. It's a different kind of a team than what they're used to. They throw the ball a little bit more. They've got some speed, maybe a little bit more than they've had in the past. Certainly a team to watch. They're having a great season defensively. Geneseo is a team that a lot of people are looking for. They're 9-0. They're another team that's got a ton of tradition too. I think I saw somewhere they've got like 52 straight winning seasons or something like that. So that's a team from downstate or across state, I suppose we ought to say, to keep an eye on.
And Metamora as well. I think Metamora is a pretty strong team in 5A. And as fate would have it, Rich East, if they win, if they beat North Lawndale, they're going to get Geneseo. And I'm almost positive that is Barry Reed's alma mater, Geneseo. I'm almost sure of this.
I think you may be right because, his dad coached at Geneseo and at Augustana, right?
Yeah.
Bob Reed.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think that's the case. And JCA's first round opponent just so happens to be St. Lawrence. So great story. Harold Blackman does a great job. Third year at St. Lawrence. 1-8 the first year, 4-5 last year, and now 5-4 this year. They get over the hump, and their reward is Joliet Catholic in the first round. I know the Viking fans don't like me saying this, but it's going to be a tough first round game there. I like Geneseo to take this thing all the way.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think JCA, again, is a different kind of a team than what they've had in the past, but I like the way they play, and I like the speed that they've got this year, too.
A lot of speed. All right, let's shift to 6A. We got time, Gerard? Yeah, let's go to 6A, Clarkie, and a lot of local flavor here from the south side. A lot of great teams. What's your take on this situation?
Well, Richards was second last year. Still got a lot of playmakers, obviously with Hassan Muhammad Rogers and some of the receivers, Spencer Tiers, Ryan Willett, some of these guys. I just really like what Tony Sheehan does over there. I think they've got what it takes for another big run. Sacred Heart Griffin, which won last year in 5A. They beat Montini in the 5A final. Everybody thinks they're the best team downstate by far. They haven't really had much competition so far. It's going to be interesting to see how they do once they face some better competition. Lamont, what a great turnaround story there. Tough year last year for the Indians, but they're 9-0, pretty quiet 9-0, I would say, probably. You got to think that they're in the mix too, and you've got a receiver like Flynn Nagel and a quarterback like Ryan Dawson. They have to be considered as well.
Yep. All right, before I jump in on this, we're going to go to a Lisa Thomas Salon timeout, folks. Again, another thing, holidays, Lisa Thomas Salon, pick up a gift card, put a smile on that person's face. All right, we return. More with Mike Clark. We'll get back into 6A. Stay tuned.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're looking for delicious barbecue in the Southland, no one does it better than Bonapit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. Stop in and try our mouth-watering ribs, tender piled-high pulled pork sandwich with homemade chips, or a perfecta combo in our year-round indoor-outdoor patio. Having a special get-together, Bonapit offers a party room for up to 100 people. Want to watch the big game? Fans can do so on one of our many flat-screen TVs and enjoy $10 domestic bucket specials every Sunday. Bonapit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights. No one does barbecue better. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, our guest, Mike Clark, assistant preps editor of the Chicago Sun-Times. All right, Clarkie, we're talking 6A a little bit, and I'm a little concerned for Lamont. That first-round foe being Thornton, and Thornton, not the Thornton of recent years or years past. At 5-4, they get in, but you get those kids, a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed on that field turf over at Lamont. You never know, but you know this Lamont team really hasn't been challenged all year. They've pretty much mopped up on everybody.
Yeah, and I guess we're kind of still wondering a little bit exactly how good they are.
Yeah.
I think we're going to find out obviously pretty quickly here, but Thornton. Again, they lost so much from last year. This is really kind of a rebuilding season for them to be in the playoffs again. That's probably a good showing for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Lamont's put up over 40 points. I think in 7 of 9 games they've gone over 50 3 or 4 times, so they can put up some points, no doubt about it. Crete-Monee, they're at Yorkville, and you're pretty high in this Yorkville team, Mike, or what?
Yeah, Yorkville's. They've got a coach who's won a state title. Carl Hoinks won at Oswego a few years ago. So, they've kind of been under the radar a lot too, as has Crete, for that matter. Obviously they had the state title run a couple of years ago. But and Crete does have some great athletes. There's no doubt about that. So I think that's really one of the better first-round matchups in any class, probably.
I agree with you. Crete-Monee, Clint Rakovich is coming off a huge game over the weekend in Week 9. He had like 300 and something yards rushing, 35 carries, and this is a team that's probably a year away, this Crete team. But I'd love to see a Crete-Lamont second-round game, which could happen. And then you got Lincoln Way West and Morgan Park here. And West has been on a mission. They're 8-1. And Morgan Park's coming in with a 6-3 mark. What do you see here?
I think you got to say West is the favorite in that game. They've been playing very well all year. I mean, Dave Ernst had a lot of kids back from the team that was really good last year. So this could be the year for them to make a nice little run. I
think so. And Gabe Montalvo, their running back, is having an outstanding season. Great, big offensive lineman. So they're definitely a team that can go a long way. And Clark, you mentioned Richards. They're playing Oak Forest. This is a rematch from earlier in the season, and Richards really took it to Oak Forest in that game. And I know coaches don't like to play a team a second time. I don't see this being a problem for Richards. This is probably the most undisciplined Oak Forest team I've seen in a long, long time. But Richards, they can make a run here. There's no doubt with the way this thing is set up.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of kids who are back from last year. I mean, the thing we talked about at the beginning of the season probably is that they lost so much on defense, and those defensive guys were great, obviously. But, the skill players they have on offense, they can score points with pretty much anybody.
Yeah, I think a Lamont and Richards could be pretty fun if we see that happen down the road. So who do you like in 6A? What do you think is going to happen here? Who do you like in this championship?
I think everybody is saying Sacred Heart Griffin. I haven't seen them this year, so just based on the teams that I'm a little bit more familiar with, again, I just keep going back to Richards. I mean, I think there's a lot to be said for having been there before, and I know that they came away from last year's game with a pretty bitter taste in their mouth for losing the title game. So I think that the Bulldogs, if they can, get past some of the tough matches that you're talking about there, I think they got a shot to go down to Champaign.
What about Naz? You're not real high on this Naz team, or what? I think this team is pretty loaded, man.
Yeah, they're really good. They're on the other side of the bracket, obviously. They've got their usual thing where they run a couple of quarterbacks in, they run multiple running backs. Nolan Dean is kind of the big bruiser running back. Julian Love is a little bit more of the finesse guy. I guess you could say this is really the same thing about Naz. I mean, this is kind of a year they've been building for a while. Went undefeated through the East Suburban Catholic, which is hard to do. I saw the game that they beat Marion Central, which has a really good quarterback, Billy Ball, who's got a great football name, by the way. And also, I saw the game where they beat Joliet Catholic. That game really went down to the wire.
Yeah, 24-21, right?
Right. Yeah. So, Naz is certainly going to be there as well on that side of the bracket.
Yep, I'm going with Naz. I think Naz is going to win 6A. All right, 7A. Clarkie, you got number 1 seed Providence. They open up at Quincy, and no one's happier about this matchup than me. And I'll tell you why, Clarkie. Last year they played in the second round, and it was at Quincy. And guess who made the trip? I did. And I'll tell you, Quincy's Field, probably one of the nicest complexes I've ever covered a high school game at. It was phenomenal, beautiful place. But I'm happy I don't have to take that 5+ hour drive over there. Okay.
Right.
So what do you see here?
I guess the two teams that everybody talks about, Cary Grove. They've got a coach in Brad Seberg who's been very successful. I mean, Cary Grove is kind of an interesting thing. They're kind of way up there in the northwest suburbs past Barrington. I mean, they've got a great setup there because about, 10, 15 years ago, maybe even more than that, they set it up so that their youth football team runs exactly the same offense that the high school runs. So I mean, it's a real program up there from 5-year-olds on up. They got a really good offensive line this year. Trevor Ruland is one of the best linemen in the country. That's on that side of the bracket. Providence, I've been talking with Kenny McReynolds on the Catholic League Blue games of the week all year long about how good Providence is, and this could be the year for Mark Coglianese and the guys. I mean, Justin Hunniford, I liked him at the beginning of the year. I know that some other people had some doubts, but I mean, look what he's done. Yeah. I mean, his numbers are ridiculous. He's a state player of the year candidate. And, people talked about, well, he's got great receivers, which he does. He's got one going to Notre Dame, one going to Iowa, and Mike Markusovic, who's pretty good too. The other two, of course, are Miles Boykin and Nate Vovoda. He's got a running back in Richie Warfield, who's going to be a star. So many offensive weapons there. This could be the year that Providence gets another title. Yep,
I'm with you on that. All right, folks, we're going to go to an athletics timeout. Our good buddy Tom Mulvey. We come back, we're going to talk a little bit more 7A, and then we're going to get into 8A. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
We came up with a bunch of clever commercial ideas to entice you into trying Beggar's Pizza. We decided to let the food speak for itself.
I'm a half sausage for you and your husband and a half just cheese for the kids, who never seem to stop moving. Go ahead and take the night off, Mom. I got you covered. Beggar's Pizza. We lay it on thick.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. And here is our special guest I was referring to, Mr. Family Sausage and Cheese. Done right, Beggar style. Absolutely. Lay it on thick, right, Clarky?
That's right.
That's a beaut.
Just like you do, yes.
All right, we do have another guest too. Kenny McReynolds from the U is in the house. Thank him for coming on board over here too. All right, when's that running, that special? Is that running with Saturday, Sunday, Kenny, with Mike Clark?
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday. You got a time?
7 a.m. on VTV Saturday and 9:30 a.m. Sunday on YouTube.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, 7:30 a.m. 7 a.m. Saturday on me. Sunday 9:30
a.m. on YouTube.
Okay, on YouTube on Sunday, 9:30 a.m. Beautiful. All right, Clarky, 7A. let's finish this off a little bit. I love Quincy. I love Quincy. I love Providence. I do not love Quincy. I love to see Providence Rita face off in the second round. That could be interesting. I think Lincoln Way North's in some trouble with Wheaton Warrenville South, even though South's coming off a 5-4 season. Lack of competition with North is going to hurt them. How about Lincoln Way East, Lincoln Way Central, a rematch? And Central gave East all they could handle in that game. I think it was 25-17 final.
Yeah, but East has been playing a lot better. And that was right at the time then Leah Morrissey, who we didn't even know about at the beginning of the season, winds up being a 1,000-yard rusher. So, I don't bet against Rob Zvonar in the postseason.
No, not at all. I like East as well. And the other rematch from a previous game in the regular season is Revis TF South. The Rams are hosting. TF South took it to them 34-14. TF South, they lost it in Week 9 to TF North. I think they're reeling a little bit from that loss. I think Revis is healthy. Mr. Lazewski is back. Travis Lazewski was out that other game, and he's a two-way star linebacker, running back. I think he's going to be a big help. Should be a great game, though.
Yeah, I guess the thing that I noticed about that game is South's been playing great defense all season long. Their offense hasn't really been going on all cylinders for quite a while, but they seem to be picking it up a little bit there. It just seems like, with South's defense, that may be a little bit too much for Revis.
Okay, we'll see. We differ on that one. I like Providence to win 7-8, though. I think they're going to get it done.
Okay. We need to talk about Batavia and Mount Carmel.
Yes, we do.
Two defending state champs.
We do. That's a biggie. And obviously, Batavia, the 6A champion last year, Carmel, the 7A champion, and they square off in the first round.
Yeah, and this could be a pretty good defensive game. I mean, Carmel's coming off holding Loyola to 7 points. The touchdown came in the last 2 minutes, so Carmel almost became the first team to shut out Loyola for the first time, or first team in 7 years to do that.
Yep.
Batavia, their big rivalry game was Geneva a few weeks ago. They picked off Michael Santa Catarina, who's going to Northern Illinois 5 times.
Yeah, I remember that.
So, this is a game we don't get very often in the first round. Again, Carmel is coming off their best effort of the season by far. It'd be interesting to see if they can carry that forward.
Okay. You like Carmel?
It's tough to say. I mean, Batavia is a tough place to go. It's another place where, the stands will be absolutely packed. I mean, that town really supports its team. It's going to be a tough place for Carmel to win.
Okay. I told you, people, 2-4. I told you, don't worry, Carmel's going to get in, and they're in. And then 8A, Clarkie, real quick. Who you like here, man, to win it all?
I've already said Stevenson, so I'll be consistent with that. Week 1 showed me a lot against Homewood Flossmoor. That was the crazy week. They came down, waited a while, didn't play, came back the next day, went down 24-7, came back and won 33-24. They've got a great quarterback. Willie Bourbon is going to Northwestern to play baseball. A lot of sense of urgency there.
Yep. I like HF. The defense scares me, and I don't think they're going to be able to overcome their defense, their youth on defense. I think Brother Rice is going to get to that championship game, but I think they're going to fall short to Glenbard West. Glenbard West, they've got nice balance this year and a great D.
Glenbard West is the same they always are. Run first and very physical.
They could throw it a little bit, though, this year, right?
Yeah, they do have a vertical passing game. They are physical on defense again, but that north half with 3 undefeated, Stevenson, Maine South, Glenbard West, that's a beast. Bracket, yep.
Yeah. All right, Clarkie, as usual, it went by quick. I appreciate you coming on board. All right, your expertise is always welcome on the Coach's Corner Show. We are going to go to a Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. We return, textbook question, players of the week, coach of the week. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, you know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Grove Promenade.
You can only make one first impression, so make sure it's a good one with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where it's fun and affordable to get the latest trends. Girls, head to the salon and get pampered for only $27. Guys, get the cut and style you've always wanted for only $17. Or try out our other salon services. It's time to get noticed, only at Lisa Thomas Salon. Your style, perfect style.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is a place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights.
At Standard Bank, we help our neighbors make tomorrow brighter. Families count on us for personal service and banking convenience. Business owners find smart solutions and the resources to capitalize on new opportunities. It's one thing to locate in a community, quite another to invest in it. That's what we do at Standard Bank. We're people you know, services that make your life easier, and financial strength you can count on. We're Standard Bank, in your neighborhood.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. All right, folks, real quickly, textbook question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Chance to win a $50 gift card. Here we go. Brother Rice earned a share of the Catholic Blue Championship, all right, this season. When was the last time the Crusaders won the league title? All right, text A for 2009, B for 1996, C for 2004. All right, text the answer, A, B, or C, to 708-365-8501. Texter number 4 with the correct response wins a $50 gift card, compliments of Standard Bank. Good luck. All right, Labriola Bakery Cafe, Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to give to Lincoln Way West running back Gabe Montalvo, rushed 144 yards and a touchdown to lead the Warriors to a 38-19 win over Lincoln Way Central. We'll hook up Gabe with a nice $25 gift card, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe in Oak Brook, and soon to be Chicago. The Lisa Thomas Salon Team Club Player of the Week, Oak Forest Volleyball's Alyssa Kalecki, 13 assists, 12 service points to lead the Bengals to a 25-15, 25-17 win over Evergreen Park. Lisa Thomas Salon will hook up Alyssa with a nice little goodie bag, products, gift card, t-shirt, all kinds of good stuff. And the Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse Coach of the Week, going to hook up St. Lawrence football coach Harold Blackman, got the Vikings into the postseason, and this his third year at the helm. So, Bona Pit, $25 gift card will be handed off to Coach Blackman at St. Lawrence. All right, folks, look at you. Now he's stretching, man. I'm telling you, this guy's driving me crazy, the Polish Prince. Hope you enjoyed the show. We got some people that want to dive into this pizza, Gerard being one. Have a great week. Get out to some playoff games, some great action Friday and Saturday. Support your teams. Support your alma maters. Unlike mine, who was not in the playoffs. It's not going to happen. All right, folks, have a great week. See you next week.